we go. We are on. Chat's live, folks. It's Sunday, the 28th of December. Come on in. It's time for Sunday Funnies. We have a great book to look through this morning. Might take us a couple of episodes to go through it. It's kind of big. So, love it. Got it from my daughter for Christmas. So she was all worried. I didn't know if you had this book or not. I said, no, I don't have it. And thank you so much for buying it. It was great.
Got it now.
Fantastic book. Got it now.
Bookends.
Yep. And I haven't, all I've done is browse through it. So this will be my first time really examining the book as well.
Nice.
So it'll be good. All right, let's run the opening. We'll get stuff underway here, get introductions going and start looking at this great book. Here we go. Could be time for a new opening. What's your favorite comic? Huh?
Thought you were sorting that one.
Yeah, I was gonna do it. It's on my list. What is your favorite comic book cover, Russ?
Comic book cover?
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, that's just a stupid question.
All right. Sorry, too early in the morning for the tough brain teasers. Eh?
But there's so many of them that I couldn't possibly pick out one.
No. I think the one you show is pretty good. I always look forward to seeing that Fantastic Four one by Kirby.
That's why I put that in there. I knew it was one of your
favorites.
Great
cover. I mean, yeah. Also, you become biased as well. Like I love the cover of the first Captain Britain. But that doesn't mean it's the best cover. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just personally, it's good.
No, absolutely.
I love it.
Yep.
It's like
there's
saying
nostalgia, and then there's art appreciation.
It's like saying what's your favorite Beatles song, and then you say, well, that one until you play the next one.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, some of the covers off the old Savage sort of Conan magazines.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all painted, beautiful. A lot of those, especially the one with
Savage
the
Swords. Yeah.
Oh wow! So it's too hard a question for me. I'm afraid
you get Norm and Jesco and all of those great painters in there. Who do you choose?
Yeah, I couldn't possibly answer that in a reasonable way. I can't.
All right.
If I can't answer a question and give it a good argument to back it up, then it's not really a proper answer, is it? And the trouble is so many good ones. You kind of convince yourself out of your original answer. like sure. Glenn was saying about Beatles numbers, like, oh yeah, that's definitely the best one. And then another one will come and go, oh, but no, so it's too difficult for me, I'm afraid. I do like this cover. Got this for Christmas.
Oh, is that O'Neill?
Hang on. I gotta blow that up.
Kevin O'Neill, yeah.
Oh, sweet. What is that?
Nemesis Volume 1. Edition? Yeah, reprint. Yeah.
Oh, the first set of Nemesis volumes. Yeah, great stuff.
Lovely work in there. Again, O'Neill is not he's not the kind of style I like to draw in at all, but I do really appreciate his work. So
we looked at Nemesis in the past.
We did.
Yeah. Folks, come on in, folks. Yeah. Sunday Funnies. I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman. I'm here in the middle of Michigan, podcasting. Should say in the cold, wet rain here in the basement. So been collecting and loving comics all my life, and been working in comics since about mid '80s. So you figure that out. Do the math. So, glad to be here. I love comics, love comic history, and that's what we do on this program. Is we look through great comic books. We ask the hard questions like, "What's your favorite comic book cover?" And we go from there. And hopefully for the next hour, maybe two, we'll help you escape your everyday life and show you some phenomenal artwork. We got a great book to show off today, but first, let's introduce the rest of the crew here. Glenn Fleming is with us today. Glenn, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. Hope you had a good Christmas. For me, it was like same as 3 weeks last Tuesday. But anyway, I'm sure you had a good time. I'm a writer, artist, and publisher. And speaking of covers, I can't speak for anybody else's, but my best cover is that one.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, that's a good cover.
And that's going to be finally published next year sometime.
Nice.
I'll do it. But that's my favourite cover. I did anyway. I also write books, and I wrote a book about my dad's perilous jump into Normandy on D-Day. And that one's written and illustrated by me. There's lots of stuff in there. You can read about that if you want to. And also, if you go to Fun My Comic, you can pick up a copy of the Hatch annotated book. And occasionally, I publish magazines about comics, which is these are all on Amazon. I do 100-page articles, interviews. Check it out.
You want to know about comic history, especially English comics, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Pick that up. Also joining us this morning, Mr. Russ Leach. Russ, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Russ Leach. I'm a comic book artist in the UK. I'm currently working on The Atlantean with Randy and Arrow. So if you want to find out more about that, go to russleach.com, sign up for that email list. That's not a bad cover.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good cover.
It's not bad. This one is quite good as well.
The best one in the Atlantean, I think, is that one with the collected.
Oh yes, that's nice. That's lovely. This
you got to show that one.
That one right there, folks.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I love
that. Open it up. You can see there's some mountains on the back. It's covered. Unfortunately, it's covered with information. Yeah, but it's still a lovely, spread out, open.
Yeah.
Renato did that. He's a fantastic artist. Go check him out.
Great stuff.
Yeah, beautiful stuff.
Anything else?
No. Let's do it.
We're good. Let me wipe my name out here. We are looking at Disney comics around the world in 100 years. A book I got given to me by my daughter, Rachel. So grateful. I think one of the best Christmas presents ever. Beats the I'm Grumpy coffee mug. Yes, Barry. This was a Target exclusive book. I found that, or supposedly originally printed by Fantagraphics and Gary Groth for Target. Target apparently didn't sell very many of them because then they reoffered it at 30% off.
Wow.
It's got a retail value on the cover of $99.99.
Wow.
And,
that's a good move. Good buy.
$100.
Wow.
$100 price tag.
I don't think I would have picked it up for $100.
The daughter got it at Ollie's, and she wouldn't tell me how much she paid for it, but the sticker's been taken off of it.
Yeah, but it wasn't $100.
Customary for most. It was probably closer to 20.
Yeah.
At Ollie's, probably $19.99, but still a great book and a great value. Super great value at that price. Printed in 1923, October of 1923, celebrates 100 years of
this book.
Disney comics.
2020.
I'm sorry, 2023.
I was going to say.
Sorry, not 1923.
It was published before Mickey Mouse was around.
I'm 100 years behind. Yeah. No. 2023. It's got a great variety of different artists from all over the world. Classic and it's fantastic stuff. This is the first Mickey Mouse adventure strip here. 23 to 32, 1923 to 32, Mickey Mouse. Gottfredson creating the spaghetti arms and legs, no elbows, no knees, just curves.
And 3 fingers as well to save time.
Oh, yeah, 3 fingers.
Dream.
Great fun stuff. I would imagine this has been recolored for the volume.
I wonder if they left the space on the first 2 panels. I wonder if they left space on the haystack for a caption.
Maybe, I don't know. Or they might have stretched it out in order to fill the page.
Yeah. Who's drawn this then?
This is Fred Gottfredson.
Fred Gottfredson.
Gottfredson, yeah.
Wow.
He is known for taking Mickey, the pie-eyed Mickey, and turning him into an adventure strip. Started telling adventure stories on a daily basis. The Blot and a lot of the other classic Air Pirate stuff come out of this from his hand. Just fantastic stuff. I love this is my Mickey here, the Mickey with the dot for the eyes and the real no elbows, no regular clothes, usually no shirt. Does have buttons on his back of his shorts too, which is different.
There are no references in books about Mortimer Mouse.
Nothing here. No, there wasn't anything printed that I'm aware of.
Right.
That was, put out. You see some early Donald Duck versions and some early Goofy where they were calling him Doopy, I think.
Right.
But no Mortimer. Clarabelle Cow, Horace the horse is in here. Pluto. I guess he's kind of a stretched out looking dog there. Might before Pluto.
Very animated, aren't they?
Yeah.
You can see where he's working from.
Oh, yeah. Very much so.
Fantastic.
It's great, fun stuff. I love the coloring on this. Nice and bright.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't colored originally. Get that classic look. This really reminds me here, if you've ever seen you've seen so many other artists take this style and do things with them. Dirty Duck is one of them that's got a duck character that looks a lot like that. That's done in the simplified type style, animated style.
Hold on. Have they just shoved that up that? What's going on there?
Freak. Yeah, he went up the pig's ass.
And then out of his back.
Right, okay. That's bizarre.
Pig's a little distressed, but
of course, you could just take the whole thing and cook it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be quite tasty, wouldn't it?
Almost a turducken. Yeah.
Almost.
I like the speech things when he says, the duck says quack, then he says gobble gobble, and he says good. That's brilliant.
Mickey learns to fly. It's a turduck pork. Turduck orc. Anyway, never mind. Just cook it.
Turduckig.
Turduckig. If I had a penny, I could get some chocolate. This ear should fit that slot. So he threw his ear in and gets it back. Toink. Rejected by the machine. Perfect fit. Oh. Ear. Mickey. Here's a silly symphonies. Go ahead.
Is that a news paper strip on the right?
Yeah. It's a silly symphonies.
It's when I used to have a big page of comics in the newspaper.
Yeah. Zoom right down on it there so folks can see it. It's about as close as it gets.
It'll start pulsing now.
Hopefully not. I got some great coloring books from this era we could probably take a look at that are treasury sized, that are in this style. Just fantastic stuff. A lot of fun. Now we're back up to 1933 to 1942.
It's looking a bit slicker, isn't it?
Yeah. These were comic strips that they cut into comic books, stories as well, storybooks. It's a classic Walt Disney Comics and Stories cover, Mickey Mouse. Crazy Crime Wave. Peg Leg Pete. It's Dippy. This is Dippy and not Goofy. It's Dippy Dog. They changed it to Goofy after a while. I guess they figured Dippy was too demeaning.
Oh, yeah.
Still the bent, no knees, no elbows, just curves. I love this style. So much fun. Fantagraphics. Go ahead. Sorry.
So they all look like they're moving.
Yeah, great, aren't they? Really simple as well.
Yeah, very simple. Fantagraphics has kicked out all of the early Mickey Mouse comic strips and beautiful hardback reprints. Just fantastic stuff. PBR in the house. Hello, all. Hope everyone had the best Christmas. Had a great Christmas. Thank you. Great shot. Nose is a little long. See how all these characters evolved. Any of the comic strips, if you look at the early ones compared to something they've done 4 or 5 years later, the characters are completely different because they've drawn them so many times. They simplify things down and shorten noses and change styles, that kind of thing.
They did it with the FF, didn't they? I mean, Reed Richards, #1, looks like he's about 60 with a pipe and skinny, and then not long after he's this muscle-bound, handsome devil, isn't he?
Well, when you control your physique, you can look however you want, right?
Yeah, but the others change as well. They can't control that.
Yeah. Well, the Thing is a big example of that. Starts out looking like a pile of mud.
Yeah.
Old car. Love those old cars. Balloon tires.
And eyes for the headlights.
Yeah. It's not Clarabelle. It's like speed buggy.
Yeah.
Every character in here is a different animal. No humans.
Look at that telephone. It's really ringing, isn't it? Ring, ring. It's really going for it.
Over exaggeration's the key on this kind of stuff. Great work. What? Back so soon? Sure. Crime don't take me long. Did you get all the dope? Well, I didn't exactly find out who owned the chickens, but solved the case all right. You can tell Miss Me, she won't be bothered with them anymore. No more. They're all hanging on his back. Oh, look at this guy. still going to hit stereotypes of the day here, folks. It's a product of the times. This little wolf character.
What's the stereotype?
Oh, not one. He's just a brown, dark dog. Good gosh.
Yeah.
My car's been stolen. Yeah. You still run into him every once in a while on this.
Yeah, I just didn't see a stereotype there. Just the fact
just a brown dog.
The brown dog, yeah.
Yeah.
A stereotype of the time wouldn't fit either, as he's behind the desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. So they started swearing in symbols.
Yeah.
He just looked dark.
It's his wife. Got a car around that tree.
Yeah.
It's really sad, doesn't it? Like, really upset.
Like, oh.
Yeah. And he's in the tree on the branch.
Yeah.
How did it manage not to I think you call it a fender, not go? How did that get around the side of the tree without being broken?
No idea.
The bumper.
No idea. Horace the horse here. Yep. It sure got me puzzled. Imagine a robber breaking into a feller's house and stealing nothing but his hair and his red flannels. It don't make sense. Shucks, we're gonna steal red flannels. Why don't they steal new ones like mine? Oh, look at them. Gosh, they're gone. Gosh sakes, he says. They're gone. There's many. Is that the mayor?
Mini shoes are great, aren't they?
Is that a German shepherd? He's speaking different language. Then you must do something. These robberies, this stealing of people's hair, it drives me crazy. The mayor, he do nothing. The sheriff, he do nothing. So you must stop him, H-E-M, him. The robbers, they ruin my business. I am the barber. What? It's another dark one. Same. Just a childish prank. The hair will grow out again. As a matter of fact, it's the funniest thing I've ever heard of. Ho, ho, ho. Reasons of my own.
How does he know he's him knocking on the door?
Yeah.
Oh, it's come. Yeah, it says come right to my office. Got it. Boots him. Look at that. Boing.
Yeah.
I wonder what you get for a piece of this artwork.
No idea. I can't say I've ever seen any of his work come up for auction.
That's probably gone in the bin about 90 years ago.
cool. Mr. Bark? Never heard of him. Anything new on the hair and red flannel robberies? Not a thing. Me and Howell in town. The robbery. No, they haven't got a chance. Well, the robbers don't have a chance. Gee, it must be swell to be a big detective. Yeah. When we get on a case, we don't fool with them. We get them, dead or alive. Yeah. PBR up again. Did Eisner have a hand in any of this? I have to admit, I don't know that much concerning Disney stuff. I don't think Eisner had anything to do with Disney.
No.
His grandson, I think, ran the company for a little bit, but I don't think Will had much to do with Disney at all.
So it was his grandson, Eisner's grandson.
I think it was his grandson, wasn't it, Eisner?
I know there was an Eisner. I didn't know it was his grandson.
I thought he was related. I could be wrong. Probably am.
You'd think he'd be running the Spirit, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, there was a long time there. Spirit kind of ran its course in the 50s and popped back up in the 60s, popped back up in the late 70s with Warren reprints. But other than that, it really hasn't been used a whole lot. And DC archived it and did a couple of original books with it. But then there's that horrible Frank Miller movie. It was a Sam Jones TV movie that was a lot better. A lot more in the spirit of the Spirit. And I'm not sure if these graduated tones really work on this.
Yeah.
Still like the coloring, though. I love that nice and bright look.
I just look, Michael Eisner, former CEO of Disney, is not Will Eisner's grandson.
Okay. Stand corrected.
Person. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to be some sort of shirt tail relation.
Well, you think so, wouldn't you? But
so the last names.
Last
name's not that big. They're not that popular.
Yeah, I'm just reading that note. We've got Dippy Dog. It's like that kid that you play. I want to pet that dog.
Yeah. It's Dippy Dog.
The gang. We'll get rid of him and then come after you. We ain't fooling.
You cannot pet that dog. No.
Yeah.
There's all action this strip, isn't it? It's all moving all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, these newspaper strips had to move. You know, the story had to always be moving, always developing. Didn't want to bore the kids. And you only had 4 panels at a time per day to show this stuff off, too. So
yep.
You had to move things along. Hot diggity dog. This one's unlocked.
He's a little intrepid, isn't he? Our Mickey. He's a little detective, and you know, it reminds me of Tintin in a way.
Yeah, he used to get into all sorts of trouble.
Yeah.
Those early strips are crazy. The really hardcore adventure strips. There's always changing occupations and getting into other, people's troubles. And
Yeah.
it started out as a humor strip and then started getting more adventurous as it went along. Then it went back to a humor strip.
Probably got too heavy.
Yeah, it was pretty heavy there for a while. Comic books come in, I think, and then just the mood of the newspapers in general turned back to gag strips, away from adventure type strips.
It was probably the times as well.
Yeah.
Going with the times.
Mm-hmm. For gosh sakes, look, it's a regular arsenal. It's a regular arsenal.
Regular.
REG''LAR, regular. It's a Dippy's all tied up.
That purple's destroying all the line work.
Yeah, a little heavy. Absolutely. Like I said, the graduated tone stuff just doesn't seem to work a lot. Odd coloring choices. This is more like it here.
Yep.
Photoshop and night scenes don't go together.
Cat under the carpet. Bang.
Shooting up the piano. Look at that. The cat. Can't understand it. It's a ghost, I tell you. So they shoot the piano and there's a cat that comes running out of it. Under the rug here.
Poor cat.
Look, Mickey. It's a ghost. And it's after us. So they shoot it again. It's a ghost, Mickey. Look out. Here it comes. Boom. Goes running up the chimney. For sakes, it's gone. Probably nothing anyway. Let's go. We've got to find those hair robbers. And then there's cat yelling up a tree or up the chimney. Meow.
Wow, food.
I was so scared of the ghosts, I plumb forgot the robbers. Yep, that's a little close to the panel or to the balloon border there. Shoot the keel. Uh-oh. They seem to be creeping towards each other here. They found the hair in the red flannel.
Look at all that money. Wow. It's counterfeit.
It's all counterfeit. Yeah, they're printing counterfeit money. Yes, sir. This means that the hair robbers and the counterfeiters are the same gang. But Mickey, what's the connection? Dippy, I've got it. I figured it out. Most good paper is made from cloth, pulp. Well, this is a machine for making paper. They must have discovered that that red flannels make paper almost exactly like that used by the government in making paper money. See? Yeah, I see that all right. But what do you do with the hair for? I see why they wanted the red flannels to boil up into pulp to make counterfeit money. Why'd they steal all the hair? Hot diggity. I've got it figured too. Here's the answer. If you've ever looked closely at any paper money, you'll see a lot of silken threads in it. Yeah, but, well, the counterfeiters probably couldn't get any thread fine enough, so they've been using hairs instead. Well,
Genius.
gosh sakes, Nikki, you've done it. Who knew? Red flannels and hair, counterfeit money. Wonder how many kids' perspectives it changed.
Yeah.
Don't kid yourself. This case won't be solved until we capture the criminals. And here they come. Yeah, so he starts hitting him with a slingshot. Funny. Mickey does. Popping out of the back panel of some red flannels there. Hit me in the neck, will ya? Gets into a big fight. They're happy. Barrel's full of rope. Hey, Dippy. They're quitting. Come on, now's their chance. Oh, boy. Phew. Oh, boy, what a fight. What a fight. Oh, boy. Am I tired? Oh, boy. So I let them fight each other and tire themselves out. Tie them up. Tied them all up along with Dippy, it looks like. Okay, Dippy. Slip out now. Any of the rest of them. I'll pop you one.
And there's something been cut out there. Look at that the last strip, the text panel with Mickey bringing the prisoners home. There's something been crossed out on the bottom of that box and on the previous page. See it? The yellow text box.
In here?
Yeah.
Here?
The yellow text. No, that one. Yeah, that one. And that one. And look at the bottom. There's a section been cancelled.
Missing here.
It's like a square.
They did that to fit the strip in, I think. Oh, here. Yeah. Those are just dashes. Lines. I don't know if they're hiding anything or not.
But you can see there's a like a piece of tape over it. You can see the edge of it.
Here?
You see it? Yeah. You see it? Can you see it, Russ? No, he's gone.
There's some dashes here that kind of looks like it's something's covering it over, but I think they included these boxes to catch people up, the casual reader that might not be following the strip on a daily basis, because those boxes are all over in here. Remember, if you stop walking, you'll run this torch right against the fuse. So took him out and paraded him in town. Must be a cover artwork that was done later. That doesn't quite look like Gottfredson's work here.
Has he done the entire book, allegedly?
Yeah, he was doing all of the artwork there for the adventure strip for quite a few years. Quite a number of years, and then they were taking it and cutting it into comics.
It's lovely color work on that last panel.
Yeah. There.
Love that. Yeah. Yeah,
Carl Barks ended up doing a ton of duck paintings after he retired that were beautifully done, oil paintings. I don't know if they include any of those in here or not. Don't remember seeing any. But here's a couple of the Donald Duck strips from way back when. How different he looked. Larger, flatter beak.
This is, you can see the difference in approach. It's a little simpler.
It's a different artist.
Yeah, it's a little but it's a little simpler, and it's a little less like an animation, a little bit more like a cartoon strip.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a slightly different approach.
Yeah. Clarabelle.
It's got a little bit more clarity to it.
Yeah. The coloring's a lot more simple too. Simplistic. You're not getting all those graduated tones left and right. I don't think they went through and recolored this. They probably went out off the keys for the page. If they recolored it at all. That's starting to get into Carl Barks stuff here. It looks like getting closer to Barks's material, especially on Donald Duck.
Did Barks only do Donald Duck?
No, he did a lot of other funny animal work before he settled with Disney. Hired him to do the Donald Duck strip. He wanted to do animation, and they he wasn't fast enough to do the cell to cell material, so they ended up having him do the comic strip. Right. He took over the comic strip and the comic book stories. After that, they just after a while they just let him go. He was turning in whole issues worth of stuff without, I don't think he had much editorial on it. He just had a set of guidelines that he followed and did duck stories. So in the meantime, the Mickey Mouse strip gets taken over by someone else. I don't think nobody signed these things because they all wanted to attribute it to Disney. But this is back.
Not allowed to.
Yeah.
Seen that one before.
After a while, they went back to straight humor strip for Mickey. Here we go. 43 to 52. Mystery of the Swamp, Carl Barks coming in. Great classic stuff here. Barks's ducks.
Carl Barks got to be 99.
Yeah. Did a huge body of work with duck characters. Just about everything. If you ever see DuckTales, every one of those stories are patterned after an old Carl Barks story. That morning. Nice. It's a period where Uncle Scrooge and all of the ducks are pretty much expounded on through Carl Barks' stuff. Junior Woodchucks, Beagle Boys. Some great characters. Donald always getting mad. Short temper. Jumping off the ground. You read that sign, didn't you? Turn back. Beware of, is that geezers? Measles. Geezels. What are they, Geezels, Uncle Donald? Don't know. Never heard of them. They're probably a gang of swamp kids that think they're pretty smart. If I catch them, they'll learn to beware of Donald Duck. There's another sign, Uncle Donald. Stories were always fun. And for Disney, it's like the whole adventure theme seems to shift from Mickey Mouse to Donald Duck when Barks gets in, starts taking over, doing some really crazy stuff. Big, long issue-length stories and all sorts of fun stuff.
Didn't the Mickey character sort of get hijacked for the films? That was the introduction. Or was the not so much the films as the
cartoons,
the flagship for the Disney Corporation, because I'm sure I read that Disney's Mickey's last film was Fantasia, which I think is about 1941 or something. He's not in any films after that. They used him as like the face of Disney rather than produce anything.
It's a trademark.
Yeah, trademark. Yeah.
I think they've used him more in the last 10, 20 years than they have in the last 20, 30.
Yeah.
You know, you've got all sorts of little Mickey Mouse's Clubhouse stuff going on. They did a whole string of cartoons off of the spaghetti type style. And those cartoons are pretty good, actually. They're a lot of fun to watch. Some of them are really hilarious. But I think they did that in order to try to secure that copyright, because they knew Steamboat Willie was going into public domain here pretty quick, which it did, I think, last year. They wanted to preserve some of that likeness and copyright it. It's a nice shot. See some real interesting perspective in Barks' stuff. He's never afraid to move his camera around. Always very static with his stuff. No two panels are exactly alike unless it's intended for timing purposes. Nice stuff. Not afraid to do backgrounds when he needs to, when he has to. Most of the time, they're just as simple as possible.
They look like...
and he was kicking out a lot of work during this time. Go ahead.
They look like Martians at the top. You know, that was what they called. Martian in War of the Worlds, where they're all walking along at the top.
Oh, they're just...
Where?
Yeah, they're huts.
Oh, the tripods? Here.
They're huts.
Huts.
Yeah.
They do look like they're walking.
He was like V.T. Hamlin doing Alley Oop. They did a lot of research on other locations, exotic locales and stuff, in order to try to be as accurate as possible for the time. Sure, you can appreciate the hand lettering.
Yeah, I've been looking at that all the way through. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, very good.
Barks does his own everything from the ground up. Yeah.
Right. Good. That's good.
That's a nice shot. That's kind of human looking. That's about as close to a human as you get for Barks. Big nose. Kind of gnomish looking. He's still got a elf type ear there. Love that exaggeration there. That's really sweet. Works a lot.
What's he doing with the grapes on his feet?
Probably picking them. Oh, he's leaving a trail, it looks like. What is Niesel doing? No one on earth could follow us through these lagoons. In another hour, I'll be out of danger. We'll be out of danger. Yep. Starts shooting off the gun. Starts banging the gun on the side of the boat. Trying to attract noise. They're out looking for him. They do. They had to. Yeah, they hit him. You can see his nose. I think if you want to see the best example of Barks's material, just like with those EC volumes, Russ Cochran put together the Carl Barks library where he printed everything in black and white and hardback. That's just phenomenal. Just beautiful stuff. We should look at some of those too. I don't have them all, but I've got I think 3 sets. Donald Duck, Uncle Scrooge, and Walt Disney Comics and Stories. Splat. It's cool. Everything was 2 up and 4 tiered back then on these originals. Another mule. Gobble. That foreshortening. Gangway, everybody. I'm mad now. Move back. This guy's going to splatter in all directions. And steady bounces up. Let's see. He's going to deflate. His meteor drop never misses. Snoggy. Nosy. It's right in the groove. That stare. It's all a little fine line detail here on the brickwork. Might not pick up on the camera, but it's there.
No, you can see it. It's good.
Yeah. It's always of his architecture. He'd do some really beautiful half-page shots sometimes, especially when there was big action going on.
Yeah.
There's the nephews.
Hey, King, the 3 little creatures have escaped.
Yeah, little. So as you mentioned some movies earlier, I just found a superhero series, Unbreakable, Split, and then Glass. That's Shyamalan. Knew nothing about them before watching. Very good, in humble opinion. Wow, that last panel on page 57. Could look at that for a while. Go back to 57 and take a look. Is that 57? 57.
I think it was the one I mentioned with the light.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
That one here.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just phenomenal. Great, great stuff.
And then Vinny got the job.
Little thing. I forgot. Yeah. Probably hard pressed on a deadline on that.
I think he's done it for dramatic effect.
Yeah, that too.
Mickey Mouse.
I don't know who the crow guy is there. Be a good bird while I'm gone. Ellsworth. I'll bring you back a new storybook. That'll be just Ginger Peachy. Yeah.
They speak, well, they would. They speak like Laurel and Hardy. That's the sort of thing Oliver Hardy would say, isn't it? That'll be just Ginger Peachy.
Yeah. Now for 53 to 62. Getting away from Ian Duff. Well, that's nice. Look at that. Captive Fairy.
Should be showing.
Quest. Kimono Scarpa. 1927 to 2005. Is this Italy?
Topolino. Yeah, I'd say so.
Newspapers. Mickey Mouse Daily Strip. Switch over took place in 55. So Gottfredson was on it for probably 20 years, 22 years, inadvertently cutting Italy's flagship Disney comic book, Topolino, off from a major source of adventure stories. So they started making their own. So in the 50s and 60s. Did a recolored Snow White strip, it looks like. Whoever did the color touch-ups loves the color purple. Still nice stuff. Not quite as nice as the Gottfredson and the Barks' material. Still
very
good.
nice.
Those snakes.
It's lovely, lovely and clean, isn't it?
Yeah, very fun. The ninja's in the house. Says, "Hey, gents, what's up? What up? Glad you're here, the ninja."
Good job you're not showing the Wally Wood Snow White.
Yeah, I don't think that's in this book.
I doubt that very much. Yeah.
Sincerely, don't think that's there. Yeah. Said Disney's so big everywhere, but Disney comics, I should say, are big everywhere, but here in the States and Canada, I think. Been especially Italy and France. There's been a lot of Disney stuff.
Yeah, well, this artwork reminds me of like a European style, like the Hergé things and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
it's got that sort of style,
which
might be why it appeals in Europe.
Yeah. Done for that market too.
Yeah.
It's nice. Here comes the dragon.
And they're not easy to draw, these characters either.
No.
There'll be parameters on these, as I found out when I was doing Postman Pat and Charlie Chalk and all those things. It was a nightmare to start with, but when you got your head around it, it was great, but it was difficult to start with. You can't draw the nose, it's too big, you can't draw the feet too big and all this kind of thing. You think, what's going on? But then you realise that that's the way they want it, and that it does work that way. And what they do, it depends how I look at things, doesn't it? It is a constraint, but then again, it's a challenge because you have to do what they say. You can't just have a free hand.
Correct.
Yeah. I found my time on Ben 10 like that. I found it a challenge. I approached it more as a design project than a comic book project, actually, because I wanted it to look just like the stuff on the telly, on the TV.
Yeah.
But after a couple of issues, it started to become second nature to draw Ben and the characters because you'd adhered to those rule sets.
That's right.
So by the time you'd got to maybe issue 4, you weren't doing anywhere near as much referencing as you were beforehand, and the pages started coming off really, really quickly. So yeah, it's just a different way of drawing, isn't it? It's and it actually surprises you how much freedom you had as like a Marvel or a DC artist back in the day, because you didn't have to adhere to a particular nose size or look or whatever. As long as you drew Batman, he was gruff. That was about enough. You could bring your own style, which is completely different to this. A whole different rule set, isn't it? A whole different discipline.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Same thing with Judge Dredd. How many different versions of that? But they all work, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you see the thing there is like, okay, you got to get the helmet right. You got to get the bike right. You got to get the suit right. Outside of that, draw it wherever you like. Way you go. But things like this, you have to be like with Ben 10. I had to nail Ben 10 every time.
Yeah.
If you didn't, you just got sent back. So I suppose it's because they're so recognizable.
Yeah, it's partly to do with the merchandising, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the identification of it. They want you. They want you. They don't care about your personal signature on it. They know what they want, so you will do it, or you don't get the gig. Like I drew an issue of My Little Pony, and that was the most difficult thing I've ever done. And I was really, really glad when the editor said, "We're not giving you another script on that. We're giving you Charlie Chalk instead." Or Postman Pat. And I was really pleased because it was really difficult to draw those things. It's not that I couldn't do it, but I was spending a lot of time on it, and it was too long for me, in a financial way.
I think the hardest gig I ever had was Batman,
right?
Because I had to draw it. I had to draw it for a particular audience, and it was strictly bound to a bunch of design documents that I had as far as his costume, the way he should look. I mean, at the time, I'd see different representations of Batman in other books and thinking, well, why can't I draw him like that? I'd love to let go, In the end, the art was good. I enjoyed it, and it was very sort of Bronze Age-ish because it was kind of like it was meant to be all ages and, not too harsh. But I would have really liked to have been let go with it, But that was the brief. I had no choice.
Yeah.
Matt Black in the house, morning, afternoon. Sorry I'm late. I was watching a documentary on the space shuttle. Weirdly enough, just after getting a 1/144 scale space shuttle to build.
Nice.
For Christmas off the wife. Yeah, there you are.
Space shuttles aren't just for Christmas.
There you go.
Look after it.
He's going to hang it from the ceiling in his lounge.
Just don't let any of those tiles fall off.
The tiles off the ceiling.
No, underneath of the wing.
While it's in re-entry.
Yeah, that's what she said.
An hour and 4 minutes.
You'll be lucky.
Say the weird thing.
you go.
The end. That's lovely.
The end.
Oh, look how simple this is. This is great.
Yeah. This is the first Super Goof story where they turn Goofy into a superhero. Super Goof. By eating, what is it, rutabagas? Hot dog. My goobers are ripe. Oh, no. That's a panel to be taken out of context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
Oh, I can't wait to sample them. Yummy. Gulp, rumble. Should do it in Goofy voice.
Oh, my gosh.
My gosh.
Jack Davis shoes. Jack Davis shoes.
Hey, what's going on? I'm flying.
Yeah. There's even holes in the bottom.
Yeah.
It's where, just little wear points. Yo, what's going on? I'm flying. What is that? Paperwick Diabolico? I know they did a number of Donald Duck superhero stories.
Yeah,
in
Diabolico. Is it a foreign one?
That IDW.
Yeah, it looks like Spanish, doesn't it?
Yeah. Il
Diabolico.
High Society. Diablico.
Yeah.
By the mid-50s, Disney Comics publishers around the world were both reprinting American Disney comics and starting to produce their own. But still, they wanted more. The result was a new series of stories created by American talents, but I need my glasses to read that type. I'm sorry, folks. Let me put the bifocals on. Were created by American artists, but aimed mainly at overseas publishers and readers, and focusing on newly created co-stars for Donald and Mickey. These characters, often shaped by animation writer Dick Kinney, included Obsessive Beatnik, Feathery Duck, Secret Agents OO Duck, and Mata Harrier, and Donald's cynical Tomcat Tabby. Huh. Crazy stuff. Zanzibar. There's a whole run of Super Goof stories there for a little while. I think he had his own comic there for a couple issues as well. Super Goof did. Running around in his red flannels and a blue towel around his neck. Gosh, looks like someone's being run out of town. Girls, please. I can't see the road. Hey, 3 cheers for Clarabelle, our hero. On second thought, it looks like a hen party that's gone ape. Girls' night out. Hen party. Zanzibar. I was just reading about that case last night in a book called 1,000 or So Nights. Classic. 2 of them walking. There we go.
Look at that. Look at that. It says, the pilot says, "Attention, folks. If you look out the starboard windows, you'll get a look at Super Goof. He's no doubt going on a mission like it's an everyday occurrence that some dog's going to fly past the end of the plane, you know."
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So, I'll just chomp a goober and become super goof. Duh. Yeah. Got to be careful when you're chomping your goobers.
Yeah. That's what she said.
And that Arab there isn't stereotyped at all. Anyway.
No, not at all. Funnily enough, I was watching Carry On Up the Khyber yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Right. I'm surprised they're still showing
it. We see ITV just put on a little note to say some of the things that are said and done in this will be from an earlier time and might not be appreciated, like that. And so they just chuck it on. It's like, well, if you don't like it, you can always switch it off.
Yeah. That's the way they should do it. Yeah.
If you can't deal with the fact that the world has changed in some ways for the better, not always, but in some ways for the better. If you can't just deal with the fact that the world has changed, then just go and hide somewhere.
Back me a rock. Ta-da! Ta-ta! This fella's better than Nicky. This guy,
super goof.
Yeah.
Staying at the palace of Sultan Abid.
Electron's fantastic
too. Wow. Thanks to my super X-ray eyes, I can see right through the rock. The THUH. Love it. Carry her off after dark. Good. Maybe she'll look better in the dark. Looks aren't everything, you fool. I'm sorry, Sahib. I was just joking. I've heard enough. I gotta work fast. Swimming through the air. Hilarious. That's Pete. There, pig leg Pete. Or just Pete. Depending upon if they want to draw the leg or not. Clarabelle again. Oh, that's the one they were talking about. Might not be pretty. No, huh? Sniff, sniff. That beautiful smell. It can only mean one thing. Yes, Slurp. My curry Clarabelle is done. Who knows? I may just sweep one of those sheiks off his feet. Good old Clarabelle. What a dish. Who, me? I bet you'd say that to all the girls. Giggle. Glub, glub. I fell asleep. Where's my hat? My goobers. Did that culprit get Clarabelle your sultanship? Yes, there they go. I couldn't stop him. Don't fret, I'll save her. Goes right into a tree. Oh, what a place for a palm tree. Where's that horse thief or cow thief? Ha! There they go into his hideout. Of course it was his hideout.
Do you know this story is about 70 years ahead of its time, isn't it?
Yeah. Super Goof, my hero. Take this. Crunch. Now to finish off this flying dog. Yipes, that hole he knocked in the mountain is causing a rock slide, huh? Rumble. There he goes. Here's your big kiss for a reward, huh? kissing stuff. Sorry, Miss Clarabelle. I just happened to remember something. I got to rescue somebody in trouble. Me. Phew, that was close. Heidi ho, and home I go. He says, just in time for another Uncle Scrooge. That's not Barks. It's not Rosa either. This must be the Italian version here. Slightly different style. Trying to do Barks. At times, it looks like.
Yeah.
Very different, though. Really, Barks has got does a lot of the black nose on these characters. Where it all started, I think.
This has got even simpler and more streamlined, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like looking at Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah,
and seeing how as they went into the 60s and the end of the 60s and the 70s, they started getting this kind of look to them. But Bugs Bunny and what have you, or the Warner Brothers cartoons, Bugs Bunny started. It wasn't quite as Disney-esque, was it? When they first started out, it was lush painting and what have you, and it ended up getting flatter and simpler. And it's not quite that here, but it is definitely more streamlined.
Well, with Hanna-Barbera especially, because they were kicking out multiple shows every week, so they had to be really streamlined down.
I'm kind of thinking more of the like the way Bugs Bunny changed from being. It's like the old. I think a typical example is the Tom and Jerry cartoons,
right? Yeah,
and how much simpler. Yeah, how much simpler they got as they went on. They started off looking very lush and Disney-esque, and ended up looking, like the Hanna-Barbera stuff, and it just got simpler, and that's what this is doing. It's really simplifying what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
This story,
Black says, ha ha ha,
is either written by an Englishman or an American who knows how to write, because it says "get off that stage," whereas Randy would probably say "get off of that stage."
Huh. Okay.
Get off of that stage. You don't need that.
I hate that off of. Yeah, off of.
Off of.
Off of.
Good fluffle. What is Goofy? Is he a hillbilly dog, or would that be Dog? Well, he started out as Dippy Dog, and then just became Goofy. Yeah. Just a dog, and he sounds goofy. Cool, Hi, everybody. That kind of thing. So Matt Black says, sign of the times, that Randy having to put the specs on to read. Yeah, thanks, Matt Black. Yeah, eyes definitely aren't what they used to be. Sneak. Oops. Whoopsie. That's a whoopsie. Still, everything by hand, I would think. I don't know. Really good lettering.
I think it's typeset from somebody's
from
hand
lettering.
Because if you look at the E's and the G's, look at there, that panel there, the open panel where he says you're fogging something. The G's are the same. They're all the same. Yeah. So it's been handwritten and then made into a font.
See that?
Which I suppose they all have, but you know what I mean.
Right. Live at the Opera. Blight at the Opera. Lock. Tell you, Don, I didn't do a thing. I just came in here and found him out like a light. 73 to 82.
Wow. Now
No,
these aren't as
gotten
good.
even
This
simpler
artwork
here.
isn't as good.
Jose Carioca. It's the parrot. One of the three amigos. Yeah, the art style here is really gotten simple. Kind of a Betty Boop looking bird.
Yeah, it looks like a bird. Is it a bird?
Yeah,
It's like
that's Tweety Pie.
Bird.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it is a bird, as we call women, but
Is that the parrot from the Three Amigos?
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his name? Carioca?
Karaoke.
Jose Carioca. Jose Carioca.
Ah, right.
JC, anyway. Probably done South American market, maybe.
Hmm? Oh, that's an unfortunate looking pig, isn't it?
Please. Yeah, definitely not the same.
No, it's so much simpler, and probably on a timer.
Yeah, probably. Time to go home. Go do a little work. Stay here. Nevermore. Spoot. Daisy Duck's Diary. Code of Harms with an H.
Oh. Certainly changed a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah. Simplified. Different artists.
Look out. Donk.
It's kind of a long beak there for her. It's much better. Get the nephews. We've got some great Don Rosa artwork coming up here shortly. I know. I've looked through the book that far. I know that's coming. Nice. Nicer. Slurp.
Oh.
She got sucked into the hay baler. It's crazy looking. Stop me if I'm going too fast here, but we're just kind of rolling through. It's a variety of animals there. Here we go.
Uncle Scrooge. This is more like it.
His Majesty McDuck. This is Rosa, I believe. Don Rosa.
Yeah, Don Rosa.
Yeah. Or 1955. Classic work style. They let him do a Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck long epic that I think it spanned 6 to 12 issues. And then the last, after they printed it a couple times and then decided that it wasn't PC enough and stopped reprinting it. It's really classic stuff. So there was a couple of things wrong with it politically. But the ideal capitalist duck right there, Uncle Scrooge. We were talking in Grand Rapids with some of the other fellow artist guests, and they were talking about how Rosa is looked at as a big artist over in some of the European countries. He is a huge superstar over there.
I just reading about him. He had bad eyesight and had to stop drawing. It says because of eye troubles, low pay, and the use of his stories by international Disney licensees without payment or permission.
Yeah,
sad. Yeah.
Same old.
Sounds like Ditko all over again.
Same old. Yeah.
Yep.
But Wikipedia, which I know is the bastion of truth, says he was born in 1951. This book says 55, so I know it's only a trivial thing, but it's there.
Yeah. Don't trust the internet.
Yeah. Nice work, though.
Fantastic. Yeah, really good. You could see he had a love for the material.
Yeah,
without a doubt. Poured his heart into a lot of this stuff.
Look at that pose on that statue there, the way the foot's back, and that smile on it. That's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cornelius.
A lot of good touches. And like Barks, he's not afraid to move his camera all over the place, stay very static, get the best angle for the best shot.
It's a cool statue.
I've seen a few videos with Rosa. He's got a huge collection of comics. Absolutely huge. Make sure I didn't skip anything there. Going into a fort. Not afraid to throw a little detail in. Early Duckburg, Fort Duckburg. Money bin turned into a castle.
Miss Quackfaster. That was like the Tower of London, that, didn't it, Russ?
Yeah. That's got Scrooge McDuck in it as well, isn't it?
It should have. We all know who that is.
Yeah. He might be doing his own lettering here. These aren't exactly alike. Either that or he's got variety of S's to choose or letters to choose from in the font.
No, that looks like hand lettering. It's not. It's not digital. Glenn, you're the expert.
I'm just looking at it. Yeah, it does look like it might be.
Those O's look different.
Yeah, and I can't imagine that you would bother.
He hand lettered this too.
Yeah, I would imagine he has. It looks
the
like
spacing is different from bubble to bubble. It's not the same. It's not digital.
It's very nice. Yeah.
He probably did this all himself. As far as I know, he didn't use any apprentices. He churned out a lot of work, though.
It's very nice.
Yeah. A lot of just top-notch quality stuff.
Yeah. Duck.
Love that. Good look. That's nice. I like that.
I'd like to see, again, like we always say, I'd like to see some of the originals on this. And if he has any pencil work, just to see how he approaches it,
Nice check being here. See if there's anything.
Sign Scram. Duck. Look at that on the side of it. It says, by royal decree, Git.
Oh, I'm looking at a Rosa full page. It doesn't have any lettering in it. It's got the word balloon.
Right.
It doesn't have any lettering. That's odd. He might have turned that over to a letterer then. Who knows? He called up original art. Let's see here. There's a picture of the man with some of the covers. Pull that up here. Right there. Getty Images.
Right.
Covers.
Oh.
Beagle Boys. Always fun.
He says, them guys there coming over the horizon. Hi, McDuck. How's the king in business treating you? Eagle Boys.
Yeah. need to split the pace. Well, no, we're about 3/4 of the way through. We can zoom through it. You're saying?
That where your finger is there, it says begone knave, and he says alas and alack.
Alas and alack. Yep.
It's when you get whacked on the head by a bag of money, does it say bean?
Yeah, bean. It does.
Crash.
He's been beaned.
Beans.
Matt says, just noticed, and obviously I'm no artist, but there is very little shading in the drawing. The pictures appear to be bold colors throughout. Yep. That's comics for you, though, compared to other comics we've looked at. Yeah. A lot more solids that keeps looking animated. Or helps to keep looking animated. Get your graduate one every once in a while here. I'm sure that was part of the coloring. I mean, the original coloring was like that too. For it. That's cool. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I guess they got in trouble.
Got all those tanks.
The Beagle Boys are now prisoners of war. Very short war. Let's get back to the bin. So concerning throne seizing. It says here that it's downright rude, Your Majesty. And the penalty, a sound thrashing. On guard, varlet. There we go.
That's fantastic. That's shadows, isn't it? Fighting there. That's great.
Correct. Yeah. It's a nice panel in general. Works real well. Out, everybody out. Getting tired of kinging. Uh-oh, gummy bears. I don't know, that was Ogre Easy. Yeah.
Again, another slightly different approach in the art there.
Yeah. Ogre Easy. Oh, how disgusting. Can't take any more of this goody stuff. I'm going back to my fellow ogres. And so she did. Francis now takes ballet lessons by mail. And next time you're chased by an ogre in a tutu, say hello to her for me. I don't have to. Here she comes now. Hey, Francis. Hey,
Love some of these open panels.
Yeah.
That one on the bottom left with him looking up at the castle, and he's so.
Yeah.
No background, just the tree.
Mm-hmm. Now for 93 to 2002, Donald Duck.
What we got left? Where are we?
Not much. We can zoom through it
Okay.
and be done with it. What are we looking at? An hour and 40? We're just going to go through these a lot faster because it's this century. So they're still looking at Barks a lot here.
Still nice work. Yeah.
Yeah. You see Barks really set that standard.
It's a lovely book.
It's a little less.
Look at all those bricks in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I'd have drawn all them.
Not just that, but all of the detail is here, and then these buildings are flat as crap.
There's no. He didn't have time, did he? There's no detail whatsoever in the buildings, but he's done all the brick in the wall.
I'm surprised everybody else isn't a silhouette now.
Yeah,
but don't forget, it's just another brick in the wall.
Exactly. Oh, there's a nice panel, big panel.
Last number one of the 80s, the 70s. That was.
Was it?
Yeah, number one at Christmas in '79.
And wasn't it the only single they released? Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Matt says maybe he built the wall from the ground up. LOL.
Yeah. Got bored by the time he got the top. So.
Yeah.
What are those things?
How long do I spend on this panel? Oh, okay, I'm done. Yeah.
That looks like Alf.
Yeah, it does. It's that nose. Pig nose.
Yeah. Pig nose. Yeah. They're all strange animals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're all Pokemons or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. Well, there we go. Right out of Barks there. Yeah. Look at that. Craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell this has been translated. Look at that, all of the space here. It's all been translated into English. Yeah, and probably digital too. Uh-oh, it's a Stitch.
Oh no, it's gone manga.
Oh no, yeah, it's Lilo and Stitch, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they followed absolutely followed the style.
Movie mayhem.
Yeah.
That mouth.
Never really liked that style, to be honest. It didn't do anything for me.
No.
Does have kind of a look to it though.
It's got a slick Photoshop colouring look. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, very much so. Whoosh. Recess. Must be a Disney show. I'm getting into the more unusual Disney stuff. Oh, here's Darkwing Duck.
Oh, wow, yes.
Did our pal Aaron write
Aaron
these?
would have been, I think he edited on them, but he might have written them as well. Not 100% sure, yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
He was definitely heavily involved with Darkwing Duck, yeah.
Yeah, included, he's listed here as a writer.
Oh, right, there you go.
Ian Brill, Amanda Diebert, James Salvani, and Carlos Sedlaro.
Yeah.
Looks like
Is Aaron Sparrow Jack's brother?
He's more piratey than
maybe
Jack.
grandson. Yeah.
More piratey, but not as English.
Never seen him around enough rum to know for sure.
No.
Ah. It's a crazy look.
Is he? He looks a bit sort of albatrossy there, rather than duckish.
That character with the red hair looks to me like Flintstones. Like Wilma.
Wilma, yeah. Or Bam Bam.
Yeah, it looks a bit like Lucille Ball.
Lucille Ball was Wilma.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nicely done pages. These I like these. I mean, they've obviously got like digital colouring, but they're nicely done.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Nice. Ooh.
Is that no panel the same as the one previous?
Louis.
Yeah, it's like a time loop,
Right.
done on purpose.
Right.
Mm.
Right,
Donald dealing with a flat screen.
Yeah, that right-hand page is slick.
Wow.
That is slick. Look at that.
Yeah. That kick crack.
Weren't Huey, Dewey, and Louie on that spaceship with Bruce Dern?
Yeah.
Silent running.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Silent running. Silent running.
Cheating while they're playing cards with it.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
That was that was a great film. It was very emotional.
Film. Yeah, brilliant film.
2013 to modern day. Here's a modern DuckTales. Never liked this version of Ducks.
No, that's
no,
just way too simple.
No. This is very much affected from the Ben 10 era, by the looks of it.
That last panel's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Somebody got the flag wrong.
The only redeeming factor on this show is they had David Tennant voice Uncle Scrooge. So
is that good?
Apparently so.
Other than that,
David Tennant's turned into a mad nut job now.
Yeah, it's not wrong, isn't it?
Oh yeah, most of the Hollywood actor people have done that. So
they all turn into
wackadoo
lunatics. Go wackadoo, yeah.
I wouldn't describe David Tennant as a Hollywood actor. I think he'd like to be, but I don't think he is.
All basically everybody on the telly thinks that because you're happy to listen to them spout lines and entertain you, that you want to listen to them tell you about the things they think.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear what you've got to think about. I don't know you. I don't care about you.
Well done.
Just dance, monkey. Dance.
Can we take a look at the very first panel of the book and compare it to the panels that are looking at now? Well, night and day for them, especially the DuckTales material.
Yeah.
Going from Carl Barks classics to the stylized.
In all fairness, not this one. I don't actually like this. I think it's well done, but I don't like it. But the previous Huey, Dewey, and Louie strip which was very modern, but that was done with real. I don't know who did it, but it was slick as that's it. The flat screen television one. That was really slick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that on the right hand side. I
That's
don't know
straight
who's
off
done
of
it.
Barks. Yeah.
Right. But if it isn't him, it's somebody who totally appreciates it and has done it really, really well.
It's not. Yeah.
And even though the Darkwing stuff is very different from it, I actually really like that as well out of the modern stuff. So this right hand page here, World at the Bottom of the Sea, that's nicely done.
World under the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, under the that is lovely. That one panel, that's lovely.
I like the mechanical hands from the sub that look like gloves from the animated characters. That's kind of cool. Look at that.
Yeah, this is
very Mickey.
A little bit simpler, a little bit tighter, but really well done. Really well done.
Mm-hmm.
Good storytelling. I like this. And it still has the essence of the old stuff in it. It's good.
Estella Marina. Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah, nice.
There we go.
I like that.
Yeah, I've got a few IDW reprinted these album stories of Donald Duck as a superhero that this really reminds me a lot of it in that style. Just really sharp stuff. Very pretty. You could tell that they took some time on it. They appreciated what they're doing. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. That's fun. Seashell roofs, it looks like. And this has got a lot of nice touches.
Lovely.
Very simple. Almost too simple. Looks like they swapped. Must have got deadline doomed or something. Picked up.
I don't know. I think, in all fairness, I think that's the style. I do think that's true to what they've been doing in the last few pages.
Yeah.
I think it's not. I mean, look at the work in the background. Yeah, it's great. I think it's all digital, including the line work. I think it's all exclusively digital.
Yeah.
But it's still nice.
Yeah. There we go.
And I like the fact that the panels are quite simple as well. Apart from where they're putting in a hero shot, they're keeping to a 9-panel grid, or a 6-panel grid. Sorry, yeah, it's really nice. It's nice.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's great. Again, simple, but very effective, nicely coloured. I like this. It's good. Got to remember, this would probably have been for a kids' magazine. I can imagine this being, reprinted over here in the UK in supermarkets with a little toy on the front of it. So.
Sure, yeah. Some heavier, scratchier line work here.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Very, very different from what he had been doing, or they had been doing.
Just chuck that in at the end there. Had an extra couple of hours on that page. He beat his
Monster
deadline.
City. No, Goofy. It's yeah. Prehistoric fauna. I recognize the species. It's an entire ecosystem.
It's the Cambrian explosion.
I'm afeared to open my mouth. My brains might fall out. Gosh, what is that thing? Guys from the platform, I know that gaudy sub anywhere. It's Peg Leg Pete and Portis. Pete's getting old. He's getting little sideburns working there. There we go. That's some ink work here. Dry brush work, maybe. Well, it would be a dry brush work. That'd all be digital. And smear with a different brush. Comes the mom back again. Is that the kid? Octopus. Out of my way. 8 limbs. Could have been nicer, Pete. Maybe. Oh no. Wow. Mama Kraken's coordinating it all. About to get squished. Oh, they made big fists. These new squids were smarties. This time I'll be more polite. It's interesting. Global scientific community flocks to the Harriman Institute to serve and protect this miracle of nature. Yep, last page. Oh, getting a little bit of education about ecosystems as they go out the door. There we are.
Lovely. What a lovely book.
Yeah, lovely book, yeah.
Fun book. Creative whirlwind brings
well presented.
The evil queen, the beagle boy together.
Lovely printing as well. Really
That's
nice.
Fantagraphics, though. They do good reprints. Yeah. Very, very good. All good, folks. That's Disney Comics around the world in 100 years. Lots of fun. Great Christmas gift. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did looking through it. There's a lot of stuff in there. Russ, why don't you tell folks how they can find you?
You can find me at russleach.com. Go there, sign up for the email list, and we can let you know exactly when and what is happening with the Atlantean magazine, russleach.com. Okay.
Fantastic. Glenn, please tell folks how they can find you.
You can find me on Randy's show on Fridays and Sundays most of the time, but most of my work is on Amazon. I've got 12 books on there, different subjects. So check that out. But if you just put my name in Google, something will come up. And you can go to Fund My Comic and get a copy of Hatch Annotated. But generally, just put my name in the search engine and something will be revealed.
There you go. Yeah. And folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find my work at Barnes & Noble or Amazon. Just plug my name in there if you want to get a hold of me directly. Facebook's probably your best bet. A little bit on X, but not very much. But here, we are here. Like Glenn said, twice a week. We do this Friday morning at 5 a.m. for Comics by Night, and we do this Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Those are Eastern Standard times for the Funnies. And on both programs, we look through great sequential art. We've got a lot more coming in the year ahead. We're going to keep doing this until we can't. We're not monetized, so it gives us a little leeway as to what we can talk and look at. And we're not looking to be monetized, but we would like a larger audience. So if you enjoy this program, there I am. Back to there. There we are. Folks, comics make great gifts. This was a gift for Christmas from my daughter. Real happy to have it. Glad you took the time to stick with us and look through it. Deeply appreciate it. So much more coming, folks. We've been doing this for a couple years. We've got an extensive archive. If you go take a look over at the Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel, the Randy Zim YouTube channel, and I just picked up a couple of subscribers this week, so I deeply appreciate you.
So did I.
And
I'm on 975 now.
There we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also at the Indie Comics Network. And go over there and check those folks out. There's a lot of other programs over there besides Sunday Funnies and Comics by Night, but we're the only ones that really look through great old comics like this. We just love doing it. It inspires us. It makes us better creators as well. Matt Black's is always a pleasure. Metal Yellow, First Red, whatever that meant. Thanks for bringing this to us for viewing. Hope everyone has the best new year. Absolutely, folks. Have a great 2026. Remember everything from 1931 and back is now in public domain starting in January. So there's that fun. Get to work, folks. Make sure you read The Atlantean. Get a chance. Let us know what you think. Deeply appreciate it. If you want to thank us for being on the show or for doing the show, buy our stuff. Get some copies of Hatch or copies of The Atlantean and let us know what you think. So other than that, we'll see you on the next one. We deeply appreciate you. Stop by your local retailer, especially this time of year as they're closing their books out for the year. They could really use your help them keep their lights on. And who knows what great comics you're going to be able to find in their back issue boxes. You'd be amazed. Take your time and go through and find some gems. Then let us know. If you found something that's great. If you have any suggestions of stuff that you'd like us to look through, we'd be more than happy to take that under consideration. I think in the next year, you're going to see a lot more Kirby, a lot more Ditko, a lot more Frank Miller, probably a little bit of Vaughn Baudet, maybe some underground material. We'll see what happens. Maybe some Scotty Young. You never know. I got a Scotty Young coloring book here I've been wanting to go through on a Sunday morning. Figured that'd be fun. Fun little covers and stuff that he's done, little cartoony versions of superhero characters. In the meantime, folks, we wish you the best. Like we said, have a great new year. Don't get too drunk, I guess. Be careful. Be careful, especially if you're out and about and driving. It's not this time of year, especially with this weather. You know, all sorts of accidents going on, so be careful. Folks, we'll be back on Friday morning at 5 a.m. Our shows will be live from here on for as long as I'm aware of, and my next convention isn't until April that I know of. So next few months we should be live. Chat should be live. Everything should be good, and we hope you'll join us for all that stuff. Anything else? Please leave this industry in better shape than what you found it. Remember that trolling and negativity on these antisocial platforms are a great dopamine hit, but they only go so far, and in the long run, it turns into a bitter taste in your mouth. But if you go out there and start spreading that love and telling folks about the comics that you're reading, that you're enjoying, go back to your old through your collection, remind yourself why you've collected all this stuff over the years. Great treasures just waiting to be found and rediscovered. Take care, everybody. We will see you on the next one. Wish you the best.
Good on you.
See you all soon. Take care.
Look what I found. It's a marijuana.
Honey, that's a skunk.
Then why does it smell like you?
Honey.
In the time before Atlantis sank, when the lands of this world were savage and untamed, one man would claim his destiny, seizing his place as a king. After defending his throne and learning the devastating truth of the Serpent Kingdom and its deadly cults, King Kull and his right hand ruled the Spear Slayer, make a solemn vow to hunt down and destroy the hidden empire of these serpent demons. These are the tales of those journeys. This is the Atlantean. Tales inspired by the brilliance of Robert E. Howard, featuring his first barbarian characters as introduced in the pages of his classic tale, The Shadow Kingdom. Each volume contains beautifully painted covers and around 50 pages of original black and white art and story, featuring classic sword and sorcery adventures you don't want to miss. Join us on these epic adventures and sign up now for news with the email list at russleach.com. Bring your axe and prepare for battle.
Hi y'all, it's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is Tarzan. Yeah, I went over there to that shop, they sell Tarzan and stuff.
So you're telling me I can buy my knickers right here in Kmart?
That's right. Kmart sells knickers right here in the store.
That's incredible.
I know, and Kmart has knickers for all occasions.
I bought some work knickers for the yard.
I have my lazy knickers for lounging around the house, and I bought some knickers for my boyfriend's birthday.
Party time, knickers.
I got me some dancing knickers.
Wait a minute, what'd he say? Aw, knickers, please. But what if I can't make it to the store?
No problem. Just go online and Kmart will ship your knickers to you anywhere in the world. By boat.
Huh, perfect.
Come into Kmart all month long for our special knicker promotion.
Promotion? Now that's what I'm talking about.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.